Okay, it is time to try another daily tangle. Today's tangle is called Izit by Sarah Fowler. We're going to create a chain. Sorry about the glare. I had to turn on some other lights. I'm going to try really hard to not tip it so that the lights are not glaring. Anyway, it looks like we do a chain that has a circle and then a rice shape and then a circle and then a rice shape in a chain across however long we need it to be, okay? Oh, that glare is bad. Okay, let's see, how about like that? Okay, that's not too bad. Awkward angle for me, not too bad for you guys. Okay, so then after we've done that chain, I'm gonna say that at the bottom of the circle, right next to the rice shape, you're gonna start there and go past that circle to the bottom of the next circle. See what? So you're doing it that same spot all the way down, and then you'll turn. I say you turn the page instead of going this way on this side. I will find it easier to turn the page and do this same motion again, going the other direction. But needless to say, it's doing that. Okay. And then you add a couple of circles here in those intersections. Okay, that's the main pattern, and when you shade it, it kind of looks like that. And then you can do variations, adding, instead of adding the little circles, adding petal shapes or whatever other shapes you want in that space right there. And the main tile shows a sample of it being like that, which, oh golly, trying really hard not to wiggle the light, which has in those spots a more triangular thing here. But anyway, that's the gist of it. We're going to give that a go. Looks like I can make it organic and vary the sizes of the different rice shapes and circles, so that will be interesting. I'm going to go ahead and put myself a little frame just so I don't get too close to the edge like I did on the last one, where I ended up way too close to the edge. Didn't like that at all. Excuse me. And I'm just going to, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, I think maybe I'm going to draw a shape on my tile, maybe like that, sort of an S-like shape, maybe more like that. There. I think that's the path I want my Izit to go, and I'm just going to kind of follow that path. I'm going to use different size orbs and rice shapes and see what happens. I want this one right here to be kind of big, so I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to start with my circles, and then I'm going to put the rice shapes in between. I think that will be best for me. do like that. So I've got myself a squiggly line with orbs that are different sizes. And then I'm going to put that rice shape. So each one of these gets a rice shape right along that line. And then I'll come back in and erase the line so then I won't need it anymore. Looks like a beaded necklace of some sort, which is cool. Hope you guys can see okay. I decided to just continue. This is my one day I have off in a while that's not already scheduled with other stuff. So even if I'm not working, I have other things on my plate, and it's one of the few days that also coincides with nobody else being home, so I can just sit here and talk and not bother other people, and they don't have to worry about being quiet all day long. So I am just continuing on my marathon recording session, and so the sun has gone down and I've got out a couple of different lights, and I was just hoping that, you know, it's okay for you guys. It doesn't look like it's too bad. It's a little bit more shadowy than I like, but, and then I'm gonna do like that, going off the page like that. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to erase that pencil. Not my frame. I think my frame is okay. Just gonna erase the all right. Okay, so far so good. Then we're going to go from here. We're going to start here, start under that, and we're going to aim for under that. So I'm going to go like that, and like that, and like that. They're all starting on this side where that rice shape meets the circle. So it's going to be on this side. I got to go way over here on this one. Go over the circle. If you remember to just go over the circle. Don't land here. That's too close. You want to go over the circle. Oop, I almost just did what I said don't do. Did you see that? I almost did. Go over the circle. Over the circle. Over the circle. Okay, it's very odd that there's an ice cream truck going down the street, being as how it's cold and not ice cream weather, that's for sure. Okay, so then this one goes the other way. So this one is going, starts here, and it goes, no, it doesn't start there. It starts here and goes over the circle. Absolutely. So this is starting from out there somewhere. Over the circle. And this creates like a braid kind of effect. Just really cool. Over the circle. Over the circle. Over the circle. over the circle, and it's going to be like on that side of that circle. Okay, it appears I have the basic tangle down, correct? Now I can choose to do the circle here like the step out shows, but since I've got it all swirling about like that, I'm not sure that that's what I want to do. I think I'm going to choose something else. I do like the way they did it in the sample, so I think maybe I want to do that, which is to come over and then down like that. Over and down. Kind of like that. Can you see that? I don't think you can. You're very far away. Sorry. Something like that. So, and maybe I'll do, should I do every other one? Maybe I'll do every other one. And then in this one I'll do a triangle. And then in this one I'll do that. Over and down, over and down, over and down, and a triangle. And then in this one I'll just do the triangle. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so over and down, over and down, over and down, over and down, and a triangle. And then this one's just a triangle. Something like that. I'm just embellishing. And why did I start here? It's because I decided that this right here was on top, so in case this embellishment goes behind here, that this one's on top. Oh, you can't see what I just gestured to. Let me zoom back out because, you know. So like I said, this one I decided was on top of anything that might happen here. So I did that one first. And that's the only reason why I did that first. And then a triangle, right? Oop, that's not a triangle. There we go. Okay. Over and down, over and down, over and down, over and down, and a triangle. And then just a triangle. And then over and down, over and down, over and down, over and down, and a triangle. And just a triangle. And over and down, over and down. Looks like they're not going to interfere with each other anyway, but I didn't know because I wasn't sure what I was doing. Triangle. Okay. And then this one. Over and down, over and down, and the triangle. And this one has just the triangle, and that's the okay, just a triangle. That one kind of small. Okay. Okay. All right. So I think I'm done. Feels like it's missing something, but maybe I just need to shade. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm going to shade. I need to put some kind of border. I went outside my border here and I went outside my border there. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a shaded border then. Like I do sometimes. Lots of times. There you go. I do like when I make a shaded type of border when the items go outside the border a little bit. I find that more interesting than, I guess I'm just sort of an outside the box type of gal. Find it more interesting when it goes outside the box. Gives it visual interest. Also sort of conveys the idea that it's kind of got a life of its own. Okay. Okie doke. How do I want to shade this? I don't want to overdo. Actually feel like I want the whole background to move backwards like the square. I think I'm going to go around the outside of it. I didn't think I was going to do that, but I think I am. Ooh. There's a little grumbly dog next door. Hello, little dog. I hear you. I don't usually hear you. Dog next door is usually in the house. At least the one on that side. The ones on the other side, they're just obnoxious and they bark a lot. But I think the neighbor is home on, she's a teacher, she's home on winter break. So dogs have been in the house, which is nice because I don't have to listen to them bark all day. I'm going to do this first and then I'll decide where I might want shading on the actual tangle. But I've decided this one needs to stand out from the background. I don't know if I've ever really done this, or if I have, it's not very often, where I go around the whole thing. Usually it's done when I do with like a big, like a single square. That I've done, where I make it stand out from the background. But I don't think I've ever done a ribbon like tangle like this and then done this around it. So this is different for me. But these have a lot of intricate little spaces, so I'm probably going to pull out my thinner bonding stump so that I have a tinier point. These are little spots along in here. I don't want to get carried away with my big fat one. Or even my medium one. I want my tiny little one. So we'll see how much of this I can get done tonight, or at least until somebody comes home from work, which actually might not be too long from now. I've forgotten what time it is. So we'll see. I might get one or two more done today. Okay. See, that one's a much smaller blending stump than the one I've been using. I've been using that one. I need the one with the smaller point. And I might actually go back in with the one with the larger point and kind of smudge in this big open area. I'm going to use this for my tiny point for the moment. So we are rapidly approaching Christmas, right? Absolutely we are. Today is December 24th, even though I'm recording it on the whatever day it is. Today, this pattern is being introduced on December 24th. So it's Christmas Eve. My plans for Christmas Eve, I'd hoped to go to Christmas Eve service at church, but then I got my schedule and I am being scheduled at a time where I can't go to Christmas Eve service at church. So yeah, so that's a bummer. I'm going to talk to my manager, see if he will allow me to change that schedule a little bit, but he might not. So, and I don't have my Christmas Day scheduled yet, so I don't know what time I'm working on Christmas Day. You know, we all got to do what we got to do to keep our jobs. Can't afford to not work, as much as that would be absolutely awesome. Yeah. Can't afford that. Okay, I'm making progress here. There's a lot of little intricate things in here. But I really wanted it to stand out from the background. And I didn't want to put any more something. I could have put something behind it to make it stand out from the background, but I think that would have made it too busy. I want this particular tangle to just kind of stand on its own. So I'm just going to do it like this, and I'm just going to make it pop off the page by using a little graphite. And then I'm going to blend a little bit more with the bigger one, just to kind of really gray that out. Okay, that's better. Is that what I wanted? Yeah. Okay, that's better. That's what I wanted. And now I do think I need to do some shading on this. I have to decide which direction my light source is coming from, though, because when you do orbs, really they look funny if you do them different directions. You really have to shade them all the same direction. So I've chosen to use this side of the orb to shade. And they all get it, even the littlest ones. The littlest ones don't get much, but they get something. Okay. Okay, and then I have to decide what else I need to do. I don't want to overdo. Let me look at it up in the screen, because the screen really does help me. It's the same as standing back and looking at your work rather than having it so close to you. I think I'm just going to do right in those spots. Oh, I should go down and get the mail. And I really need to be working on getting my Christmas cards out. But I can do that when family's home. I can't do this when family's home. I need to be Needs to be quiet in the house. When the family's home, it's not quiet in the house. Even though they're not loud family. I mean, we're a pretty quiet bunch, but, you know, just everyday household noises. Dishwasher, making food, you know, all that stuff. Since I don't have a quiet place to go to, I'm right here in the living room, or the dining room. Yeah, I'm like smack in the middle of Grand Central Station here. And so even if they just came home, turned on their computers or their TV, that would make noise. I can't have that. So, oop, I missed one. Well, we'll just smudge. We'll just smudge a little right there. All right, how did I do? I think that's okay. Could be a little darker in spots, but I think I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Just like that. So I want to then sign it. Put the name of the Tangle on it. Where do I want to sign it? Ooh, why didn't my pen happen? I didn't get a lot of ink there. I-Z-I-T. That is the name of the Tangle, and I think that's pretty cool. And didn't take too terribly long. A little bit of time, but not too terribly long. And there we go. Today's daily Tangle is Izit. And tomorrow is Christmas. And you guys have a really blessed day, and you know, spend some time with the people that you love. And then go out and bless strangers as well. You know, do it both. You guys have a really great Christmas. I will see you tomorrow. And that's it. Good night.